viewers here waiting. Got 2 viewers waiting. We got 2 very eager people ready to watch Tier 3 racing today.
1 technically, because I'm one of them.
We got 1 person, whoever that is. Won't be you, but whoever that lucky person is watching Tier 3 while the Tier 4 race is going on, I respect it.
Yeah. No, they know which one's the better tier.
They know which one's the comedy tier. They know which one's got everything going for it.
Real.
Make sure we're not... The race isn't started. I don't think it is, but... Make sure. Are you in the lobby, by the way, Minico?
We're good.
You're in? Nice. Make sure my background music is running properly. Should be. Yes, it is. It is running. I actually have like a little script ready for the race intro today, Nico. It's gonna be great.
Wow.
Yeah.
In that case, go nuts.
It's like a minute long, nothing crazy. I used to be like really like grand with some of these intros back when we were streaming on Twitch. Because we were able to use the Formula 1 theme without any copyright issues over there, but now we're on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
If I play that, that's getting taken down immediately, expeditiously. Yeah, once we get going, like a little short script. Oh, we are in. Oh shoot, okay, we're in.
Yep.
Shoot, let me... I'm ready here. This up. Alright. Let's pull this up. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Racing enthusiasts from around the world, welcome to the historic Zandvoort circuit nestled along the stunning Dutch coastline. It's a day of adrenaline, speed, and pure excitement as we gear up for an unforgettable race. And as always, this legendary track has a rich history dating back to its establishment back in 1948. Over the years, it has challenged the greatest drivers of this iconic corners and breathtaking elevation changes, and today it once again plays host to a display of automotive prowess. As always, the Zandvoort circuit's been revamped very much so as the cars have developed in the modern motorsport age, with upgrades that preserve its classic character while adding a fresh layer of excitement. And we'll look at a track map here. As the engines roar to life, we're about to witness a battle of skill, strategy, and determination. The drivers will tackle hairpin turns, high-speed straights, and challenging elevation changes, all while pushing the limits of their cars. The weather here at Zandvoort can also play a part too, as you saw in the morning race today in real life F1. Lots of shifting winds, ever-present probabilities of rain, and the unpredictable element will add an extra layer of excitement as well, as everyone's going to have to adapt on the fly if there is a bit of rain here in the race. Qualifying looks to be dry. Buckle up and get ready for heart-pounding action as the world's finest drivers, in Tier 3 here at least, push themselves and their machines to the limit. From the historic Tarzan corner to the daring Arie Luendel corner at the end, this race will promise to be a spectacle like no other. And as always, join with me in the commentary box, it is Minico. How you doing, Minico?
I'm doing very well indeed. Excited to get going. Obviously, I've missed a couple races of Tier 3 action, and that looks bad. I've missed quite a bit. So yeah, glad to be back in the commentary booth. And of course, you missing a week, and you're back as well. Should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and we got a very small grid today. 15 cars. Very small group of guys today. You got 5 guys missing. Oh, as I just looked to a car of Mod already breaking the barriers on his outlap. He breaks all the... Was it the brake boards? He broke a few of those. We are ready, guys.
He's alright.
Alright, let's get into our telemetry, lap data, and track map here as we're in qualifying. I believe the first one out for a lap, I believe, is Sako. I could be wrong about that, though.
You are right on that. He's currently going through Sector 1 at the moment. Getting a 24.3 in the first sector. That's not bad at all. We'll see how this gets on. This track is very... You have to be very committed around this track, considering how it's mainly high speed, a bit of medium speed as well. So it takes a lot of commitment. High downforce is going to be the key. And if you have that spot on, you could be in for a good one, but just have to see if anyone can nail a lap to be up the front, considering, as well as this track, hard to overtake. Yes, we have that DRS zone coming out of turn 13 all the way down to turn 1, but it doesn't mean that overtake is always a guarantee. So, you're going to have to manage everything they've got.
Qualifying going to be extra crucial today as Sako like Taco will set the pacer at a 109.5. Not a shabby banker lap at all. Twan immediately passes him, goes 2/10 quicker. 109.396. Of course, Twan will look to pick up the pieces after a very tough race last week. He did lose his championship lead for the first time this season to Gwenfro, who is out this week. So it's a very big opportunity for Anthony Jenkins to get back on the score sheet and perhaps get that championship lead back. But Punju will like a word. He's up by 1/10 on Anthony Jenkins.
And Twan is really going to be the one.
Will be Mod, his teammate, 109.875. So just everyone taking it nice and easy.
Yeah, for now. We'll see how that gets on in the race in the later stages. But yeah, Twan is really going to be the one to watch out for this qualifying and this race, because he's going to want to take that back. He's trailing Twan, by the looks of it, by 8 points after last week. So he would need to at least score P6. However, if City of R, who is here, does win, he could take the championship lead as well. So there's 2 drivers are in contention of taking the lead after this Grand Prix. All they need to do is either win for City of R or at least a minimum of P6 for Twan.
Yep.
Just have to see if they can manage it.
Yeah, and we will monitor that as we go on here. Who was on a lap here? Scruffy has aborted his lap. He was on one, but he has aborted it. Anybody else running quickly? But straight out the blocks, I am noticing both McLarens have really good pace today. Shrimpy's, we know, who's had very good pace, but he's had a lot of issues with strategy in the past. A lot of miscues in the pit lane that have cost him big time this season. We'll see if he can finally get out of his own way. Com needs an invite. I hope I have Com added. I'm not sure. I might have him added.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him anywhere. I'm gonna figure that out as well.
I may have Com added. I'm not sure.
He's on Xbox, so fine.
Oops, why is Tier 4 running in the background of my thing? Okay, hold on a minute. My Tier 4 stream started for some reason, but I turned that off. We had that playing for some reason. But we are back. Shoot, I don't have Com added. I don't think I do. Yeah, I really don't. Crap.
Sure, I just invited the right account, so he should be in shortly. Let's see. There he is. Com is in. We're good. Well, you're talking about 15 drivers. It's now going to go to 18, so they're only missing 2 drivers at the moment.
Much better grid size. Twan, back-to-back laps here. 109.223 puts him back ahead of Punju, but still some ground to gain on the other 3 guys ahead of him. So,
there's an Aston Martin that's around in Sector 2, that being Echo Alex, off near 10.
Yeah, it's been a tough middle stretch of the season for Echo Alex. So, of course, remember, he started off so strong. I think he won the first race of the season, if I'm not mistaken. He's had a rough going last few races. He was in the contention, but he's had a lot of miscues. He'll look to rebound this week. As City of R will come around the stadium section in this first flying lap of the day. Looks to be pretty firm through that final corner. A very tough corner, it has to be said.
It definitely is. You get on the curve and you can easily bottom out. He's going to come across the line. He goes provisional pole, 108.8.
That is a very competitive time for a lot of the upper tiers, too. You won't see a lot of Tier 2 guys hitting that tonight. That's pretty good. 108.841.
That's just the thing with this track. If you think about it, this track, since it's so short, you can see lap times that like tier 3 drivers will be able to stick it on pole for tier 2, maybe be top 5 in tier 1. You don't know. So track it. There's not much time to find, but if you do find the time, you're looking mighty fine.
Yep. And speaking of finding time, Sako like Taco has found 2.5 tenths through the first 2 sectors. This last corner is make or break, really, and he made a hash of it. He's going to lose some time there. I'm surprised he didn't spin, honestly. He might have abandoned that lap going to the pits. He's pissed off. He can tell from the tricking of the wheel. He is upset at that time. He's going to look to definitely try and fix that on his next runs after this, for sure. As I believe Taylor DCFC just set a time, or is he starting a lap? I think he's starting a lap, actually.
It looks like he's starting one going through turn 3 at the moment. There's an interesting thing about turn 3, though. You see in real life where they always take that outside line because it seems to be the fastest way, but really, in reality, inside line, at least for the game, seems to be the faster way to go, which is very interesting to say the least.
Yeah, in this game,
I don't know what's up.
The way to take that corner is definitely low to high as it develops, so the marbles in this game just do not allow you to take the actual racing line the drivers use in real life. You just lose all sorts of turn on that right tire, and you'll get so many marbles on that side. I've noticed that for sure, which is a shame, because I would really like for deferring strategies to be played, because I think in certain situations you want to be on the high side, in certain spots you want to be on the low side for sure, but this game doesn't really like to account for that, unfortunately.
No, definitely not. Make it work. We just go through it, see what happens, and then yeah, at the end of the day, we're fine.
And welcome back, Gipsy, who is running on a lap here. He's running in a great spot of 4th position. Oh! That Aston Martin just barely got out of the way. Probably spooked Gipsy quite a bit for sure. He's coming through.
No, which Aston Martin is was. There was 2 of them.
Jeez. And he's down to 10th on his time, so he probably did get spooked a little bit. That could be, honestly, probably was a blocked quali lap, and he looks to be upset. Of course, he'll round the final corner as a formality, but I don't think it's going to be an improvement. He was blocked quite a bit.
Backed out of it.
Very much so. Calm just finished his lap, 109.197. Not too bad.
Currently top 5 for him. Calm, how's Calm's season been? Pretty sure it's not been the best.
It's been a mixed bag. He's missed about 4 races, but
yeah,
the races he has been here, he's shown some good pace. I think he had a great result last week. I wasn't commentating that week, but I think he had a great result last week at France.
You may not be right on that because he finished 9th.
Nah, it's not bad. Could be worse. It's points.
It's very true. The previous week where he finished well, back in Spain, where he finished his highest position at P5.
Shrimpy's 108.809 has unseated City of R, and he's been a very common pole threat. I think he's gotten pole most of the races this season. I could be wrong, but he's always thrown it away in the race. His race pace has left a lot to be desired.
Here, I'll just tell you what how his qualifying has been this entire season. Aside from Belgium, where he qualified down in 14th, has never started lower than 2nd. He's gotten 3 pole positions, back to back to back, the previous 3 races. And the first 3 races, he qualified 2nd.
That's nuts.
He's always in the mix in qualifying. Not so much in the races, he gets pretty unlucky.
Yep, and Twan has gone purple Sector 1. Let's see if he can find a lot of time in Sector 2. You gotta make this track as wide as possible. Pushes it to its absolute limits at the beginning of Sector 2. Ooh, a lot to be desired at that turn in there. A little bit tentative at that section. But out of this corner, looked to be pretty solid. Gets on the throttle somewhat early. McLaren out of the way for him, thankfully. Into the stadium section he goes. Lots of commitment there.
He's only marginally up. Oh, a bit of a slide, though. That's not going to help him.
Yep, we'll see how much time he can gain out of the final corner here. Looked to be solid. But we'll see as he goes to the line how much he did scrub off in Sector 2. He has backed out. Yep, okay. So not an improvement for him. Punju is on a lap. We'll look at him for turn 3. Very interesting banked corner there. Chooses to go low to high as everybody else will usually do today.
That just seems to be the line to go, both in the race and in qualifying. He's down on his time by 1 millisecond, so he's basically matched his first sector. Just like, isn't bad. It's not great, mind you, but it's it's a start.
Yeah, I think the trend we're going to notice is that all the time will be gained in the second sector, because I think the first sector is like one of the easier sectors in terms of difficulty. Not too much going on there, but sector 2 is so technical, and as I say that, Punju goes 1.5 tenths up on his time.
And that's pure proof right there. See how he gets on through sector 3 though, getting really close to that grass there. Nicely on that curb, open the DRS, and it's just flat to the floor to the line. Has he found the time he needs to get back up to the order? Maybe out to his teammates?
And he's got up to the second row, just behind City of R, 108.976. Solid lap from Punju there.
He's the fourth driver.
And I think Com's getting a tow from his Ferrari teammate. Was he? No, he wasn't.
Com's not an outlap.
It looked. I thought he was getting a tow for like the beginning of his lap, but I guess not. His teammate went back in. This might have been a coincidence. I was trying to see things, just seeing things.
Maybe Com did gain an advantage from it. Who knows? Let's see. Goes through sector 1, bit of marbles on the tires, but that's not really gonna affect him. Coming up to a bit of traffic though, up ahead, a Mercedes and a McLaren.
Yep, he's up a tenth. These cars got to get out of the way, guys. Get out of the way. Okay, they do get out of the way. McLaren's also got to get out of the way, and he has. Okay.
Just about. We're all good. Everybody knew what they were doing. The end, eventually. It looked like he had the best corners through the next set as he looks over. He's actually up on his time.
Up, and this could be juicy. Oh, he went super wide in the stadium section, though. I was going to say it could be juicy.
Can kind of get away with that, going a little bit wider. As long as you just keep the minimum speed up a little bit. We'll see how much time he's lost or gained from that.
Looks good, actually. 108.983, so 2 tenths up, just ahead of G Smooth by 14 milliseconds.
Well, JBTC's in the wall at
but he's out.
9. He's out, yeah. That's his qualifying done, and he's going to be shuffled way down the order.
Let's see, we got guys coming out for their final runs of qualifying here.
Yeah, we're already nearing the end of qualifying. There's only 3 minutes left.
I think Anthony Jenkins is pushing again.
It looked like he was on another lap. He was down on his time, though, through Sector 1, so it's not entirely looking good for him. We'll see what Sector 2 has in store.
Yeah, he's not improving.
He's down on his time.
Yeah. Give me a miracle to improve on that time. City of R just began a lap. We'll look at him as he looks to respond to Shrimpies, who took his pole away.
Twan might be able to get back into the pits and do another lap. It's going to be tight, but he might be able to pull it off. I'm going to try it. We'll see.
He'll have time. It's a short lap.
Very true.
But he's got to get out of the way of the guys that are on laps, to be fair. So,
City of R up by a 10th.
Yep, I'm looking at him. Through the very tricky turn 9 section. Use as much of the curb as you can on the outside before you cut in. Looked pretty well. Very wide line into turn 11.
Hang on that curve, interestingly, through turn 10. Just very interesting, but he's alright. He actually lost time, though, through sector 2.
It's 48 thousandths better, and it's just enough to beat Shrimpies as is, but he's got to hold it firm through sector 3. Takes a wide entry there. Solid on the release there, on the exit. That was solid. DRS flap down, and he's gunning it all the way to the line. We'll see if it's going to be enough to beat Shrimpies, and it is, just barely, by 0.05 of a second. So that's the new mark, and it looks like Shrimpies is done. Him and Punju have called it a day with qualifying. They're not going to do anything else. Same with Com.
Unless they're leaving it late.
Unless they're leaving it really late, to be extremely late. I don't think they'll get through in time, but G Smooth is on an outlap. He's about to start his. Gipsy's also flying, but he is down on his time. Who's up on his time? Mod is up on his time by 1.5 tenths. We'll look at Mod. Or they just finished his lap. He just finished his lap. Excuse me. I am stupid. Okay. Taylor across the line has improved by 4 tenths almost. Up to 7th. Kicks Anthony Jenkins down.
The McLarens and Com are done. Both the McLarens and Com. Actually, maybe not Com. He's actually just left the pits.
Com is trying.
Com might be able to get one.
He'll get it. He'll have time. He'll have time. He's got plenty of time there. As there is a Aston Martin who has gone up. Oh, no. He was just waiting for cars to get out the way. No. G Smooth has been disqualified from the session, and he's beached himself. The car ends up beaching himself after the fact. That's ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
The AI did that to him. The AI beached him. God. Oh no!
Such an amazing game made by EA. It has to be. Has to be said.
Someone said in the chat, G Smooth cooking. Not so much anymore, unfortunately. But he was.
Yep, and there are cars still pushing. AK's pushing without an ERS, so he's going to be having an issue there to the line. I doubt he'll improve much. Who else is on a lap? Shoot, what am I missing here? Gipsy's on a lap, I think, but he's down. Shamrock, haven't talked much about him so far in qualifying.
Oh, is an AlphaTauri, I think. Taylor was not on a lap, so never mind that. Com did manage to reach the flag in time, so he's got to be able to get this lap in. Yep. Can he dethrone City of R?
AK is out.
That was in the I believe, so that's his qualifying done. The Alpines are going to be the first couple to come across the line. Looks like no Gibbsy's backed out on his lap. What about Sacco? Sacco
trying to get a little bit of a toe from Gibbsy, perhaps? Not enough.
Not worked out.
Down this time. Mud pushing through the final sector along with Anthony Jenkins, and Hasses will be the next ones to cross the line. Anthony Jenkins has apparently gone purple in Sector 2. I don't believe it for a second. We'll find out as he crosses the line for sure, though. DRS flap is down, and the car is zooming towards the line. We'll see if it's going to be an improvement for him. We'll have to settle for 7th at best. It will be an improvement. He's gone up to 6th, kicks Taylor down below him. Mod pits. He has not put up time.
Isn't getting the lap in. He's not going to be able to get onto pole. He just invalidates just for good measure.
And that is it. That's it for qualifying.
Not able to get it in.
We're done. Because Echo Alex is invalidated. Is Kiss My Axe running? He's still running. We'll see Kiss My Axe as he goes through the line.
He's a second down.
No, he's down. So that's it. That is it for qualifying. Hell of a day in qualifying, at least for City of R. Very big statement to make. He says, I am not being left off this championship chatter. I want to be in this mix. And a win for him will certainly do that. Regain the lead from Anthony Jenkins and Gwenfro. If he does get this win and Anthony Jenkins is finishing far down enough, that could happen. But as it stands, City of R is on pole.
Not only enough, they're both starting in the positions that they need to get to take the championship lead, ironically. As like I said, Twan only needs 8 points. He's sitting in P6, that's good enough for 8. And City of R said he needed to win. He's currently on pole. Irony is real on that.
Yep, poetry almost, but it is very early. And we'll go through our race notes real quick before this race does begin. I have some notes here. So, I call this the Circuit de NASCAR. It's got 2 banked corners, one very much banked at the end, and one not as long, but still banked in the beginning of the track. I'd say there's only one realistic overtaking zone where it won't be clumsy into turn 1, that long DRS straight. You could technically pass into the stadium section, but I do think most passes there are going to be pretty clumsy if they're not careful about it. Turn 7, the long right-hander in Sector 2, look out there. I feel like some cars may try and go side by side in that section. It will almost never end well, that's for sure. Drivers to watch, obviously, we've discussed them already. Twan, City of R, and Punju. With good results today, they can all get back into the championship mix for sure. Gipsy's saying I'm ascended everywhere. Fair enough, Gipsy.
I mean, you're starting P5, might as well. So go for a gamble, see what happens. Could be something bad, could be something good, who knows?
It's a long race. 36 laps is a long time. You gotta think about a lot of things over 36 laps.
Mr. Mercury is saying, keep your eye on Shrimpies. He's about to make a name for himself this race.
We've been keeping an eye on Shrimpies, but he keeps throwing his races away, and it does look a little bit overcast. It does look like it, so who knows? Rain could be on the cards. We don't know for sure, because we're just commentators. We don't have access to this kind of stuff, which is terrible. But, you know.
Maybe they said something in Tier 3 chat. Doesn't look like they have. Nothing in terms of rain. We'll see if there is any.
I have
There's no rain. Info.
No rain from Sacco. Insider access from Sacco.
Damn. I was hoping for something, but I guess not.
I've been pinged 3 times, and I've not checked a single one of these pings.
It is people asking for invites, yeah.
I assume that's what it is usually.
Yep, it was. and all those invites have been sorted, so no need to worry. Got you guys covered.
Alright, we have 36 laps separating us from glory here, and it is... away, and City of R gets a decent jump. I think he will hold it into turn 1 further back. Williams had already gone side by side with an Aston Martin, and City of R has held it, and the two McLarens are going side by side in the turn 1. Oh, they make a little bit of contact, wheel bumping, but it looks like Shrimpies will hold on from Punju, from Calm, from Gibbs, from Anthony Jenkins on the outside of that turn there, trying to go around the outside. Does not hold it. Gibsies will hold it in 5th, and there has been a little bit of contact at the back. It's involved a Ferrari and an Aston Martin, and there is our first safety car, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't take very long. It's a virtual. That's quite a hash they've had at the back. They're still turned around here. Jesus. It involved Echo, Alex, Kiss My Axe, MRK, and Knights. So rough starts for them as the virtual safety cars come out. Looking at who's made the positions up, I believe we've had good starts from Calm up 1 position up to 3rd somehow. He got past Punju in that situation. Socko Like Taco up 3 spots. Scruffy up 5. G-Smooth up 6th from 19th. Great start for G-Smooth. And we'll look to see as this race develops further what happens. I've noticed City of R has already got a 2.5 second lead. What's going on here? Is the Delta messed up? He is gaining from Shrimpies under this yellow flag.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but it was Taylor that got caught up in quite a bit of the action going through turn 3.
And we are
I think he just got
green
rear-ended or
once
something.
again. And we're looking further up the grid. Calm has gotten a really good run on Shrimpies. He might be able to get him to turn 1 here. No, he's not using any ERS. He's going to let this race go a little longer before he does anything silly. Smart by him. Mod, close to Scruffy, might try something on him into turn 1.
We have somebody into the pits. It's AK, so he must have hit the back of somebody and got
Oh yeah,
front
there's
wing
got to be
damage.
damage for sure. All those guys in the back have to be pitting, definitely.
No, not Echo Alex or Knight. Those two didn't get damaged. They just got screwed over.
Yep, they did get spun.
Yeah, the two McLarens at the start going through turn 3, they were going at it. There was absolutely no team
Yeah,
orders
it
on the
was
start
scary
between
for a
those
second
two.
as a spectator to watch that, but thankfully they did keep it clean. However, Calm has gotten in between both of them. It is a, what is it, a Ferrari sandwich inside McLaren slices of bread. I don't like saying that. I like it the other way around, but people get pissed when I say it's a McLaren sandwich because you don't eat the bread as a sandwich, but
Jew would definitely flame you for that.
he would.
He always mentions it on stream. It's very true. And, yeah, he will stand by that no matter what. He shouldn't be worrying about sandwiches right now. He should be worrying about getting ahead of Calm, although Calm is starting to pull away.
Yep, and Gipsy looks really pacey on the back of Punju, pushing him into turn 1 pretty much. Moving chicane almost with the speed that Gipsy has down the straight. I wonder, is there a setup difference between the two? Because Punju looks really vulnerable on the straight so far.
Gibbsy maybe running a little bit lower downforce, maybe. Interestingly, Gibbsy actually has more ERS than Punju, so Punju's been using more. So this is just straight up, straight line speed for the Alpine. I don't think he's going to make an impression, though, through turn 7. No, he does not. He's going to stay behind just that little bit longer.
Yep, and he's having a
The DRS
super
has been
chat
enabled.
from Zohan. £5. Appreciate it, my guy. Up the ETE, he says. I don't know what that is. It's probably some sort of esports group. And he says, good luck, guys.
You're right.
Appreciate you supporting the channel, Zohan.
AET definitely a
I'm gonna give you a heart
thing.
for that one. Look at that. Look at a heart. Look at that. I gave him a heart.
Wow. Oh, nice. Everybody just starting to settle into a rhythm now. That's kind of the just what you have to do around this track. Calm nearly losing DRS to the front guys. Able
Yep.
to stay within it,
And
which is
Shrimpies
crucial
is
for him.
pushing City of R. He's getting closer and closer. Not close enough on this occasion, however, to make a pass. He's gonna have to just chill and
Scruffy.
wait. Scruffy and Mod going at it. And so has
Socko
Socko
Like
Like
Taco.
Taco. He's joined the mix. He tried to take a little bit of advantage there with those two fighting. He's thinking about it on the outside, but he has to relegate himself back down to 9th. He'll wait for another opportunity later in this race.
I think Socko actually got double overtaken by both Scruffy and Mod, so him not having DRS absolutely hurt him. He had nothing for defense against the Haas and the Red Bull.
Yep.
Now they're up into 7th and 8th, and they're going to try and chase after Twan, in which Twan, interestingly, is in a world of his own. He doesn't have DRS on the front guys.
Yeah, and he's also not really a big threat to the guys behind him either, which honestly, it's not a bad spot to be. I kind of like those kind of situations in races when you're just in your own little bubble. I don't mind it. It lets you save your tires more effectively effectively for sure. Let you manage things a lot easier without having guys on your neck constantly. But Mod is looking really pacey off the back of Scruffy, at least. Sako not so much. He's dropped back a little bit, but he will get DRS to boot to save himself from the guys behind.
Twan just missed out on DRS. He was within a second, but unfortunately the DRS detection point being a little bit earlier than he expected.
Yep.
And he's lost out a lot because of it. Meanwhile, Mod getting ahead of Scruffy
and
as
Sako
Knight has crashed.
are fighting through the turn. The safety car's out as Knight has crashed, as you just said. I was wondering if Sako was going to hold it on that turn when the safety car did come out, but he has held it. And we have our first casualty of the race today, guys. Knight has fallen victim.
I have a feeling that Knight and Echo Alex, may have had a bit of a coming together out of turn 12.
With Echo Alex pitting.
Echo Alex in the pits.
Let's see if he has a wing change or just a regular scheduled program. Stop. No, yeah, he's getting a wing change, yep. Okay, so that might have been an issue there. They might have had contact.
Me who didn't get the best of camera angles of that.
Yeah, it was a very tough camera angle, not a fan of it.
Looking at the Alfa Romeo pit wall rather than the Aston Martin pit box. Yeah. Ideal.
So let's get a race rundown, guys. City of R holds his lead so far. Doing very good at the front to hold off the surging Shrimpies. Calm has been in the mix as well. Punju, 4th place. Gipsy's been up there. And we have the first two Hasses, the two Hasses, excuse me, and 6 and 7 behind each other. And Scruffy behind them. Sako and JB has invited himself to the party. Remember, he did crash out at qualifying. And he is up how many positions? 2. So even though he crashed out, only started in 12th. As Sako pits in front of him, I wonder what this is. Is this tactical? Does he need a wing change? I'd say it's a little bit early for a tactical move. Maybe he had a wing damage. He does have wing damage. Yep. Wonder when that happened.
Not sure.
He's getting a wing change onto hard tires.
He and Scruffy had a bit of a coming together. I'm not entirely sure, but that is definitely going to throw him down the order. He's going to be P14. Shamrock also pitted as well underneath this, but because Sako had that front wing change, Shamrock was able to get ahead, and that's going to promote G-Smooth back up into the points. But from last, back up into the top 10, so G-Smooth having a pretty good comeback race so far. See how that gets on, and luckily with the safety car is going to be able to catch back up to the challenging pack.
And now it's really early to talk about long tire strategies, but the guys that just went out to hard tires, can they go 30 laps? I have not tested it myself. I'm not sure how bad the tire wear is here, to be honest.
I don't think so. With the amount of high-speed corners and how long some of these corners can be, I feel like it's too early to call for the hards to go all the way to the end, especially lap 5 onwards. Maybe if it was around lap 9 or something, they could go a little bit further, maybe. But I feel like this is too early to call for it.
Yeah, they're also going to need more safety cars, to be fair, to make it work realistically. You're going to need a few more laps with no pushing of the tires, for sure.
Yeah, it just wouldn't be possible. They would lose a lot. They would lose a lot of time anyways once everybody pits due to the drop-off factor. So this is just a matter of having better tires. That way they can play it longer, go for an overcut. I believe could be the strategy at play for them.
Yeah. Drunken has picked mediums, so regardless of what happens, he has to pit again, because there's not a chance in the world they go to the end for sure.
He actually started on hard, so he met the tire allocation, but yeah, those mediums, they are not lasting 30 laps.
Yeah, I think ideally he would have wanted to be on hards here, but because he started on the hards, as you said, it's kind of a lose-lose situation for Shamrock in that sense. But he will have some good pace at the beginning, so we'll see. It is a pain in the butt to overtake here, though, for sure. So he's going to be very patient as he tries to cut through these guys with the worn-out tires ahead of him. So
at the same time, though, we've still seen quite a few overtakes here and there, mainly with DRS, of course, down the main straight into 1. But there are still some moves being pulled around the field, so we'll see. There's definitely no movement from the front guys except from Calm and Punju. Yeah. It's actually been... We've had a couple overtakes here and there, that's for sure. Safety car should be in this lap as Kismax is not that far behind these guys.
So Sako's telling me he's had a wing damage from turn 2 of lap 1. So to even be in the mix was impressive for those 6 laps he was holding off the other guys behind him. So fair play.
Yeah. He was still hanging on. He was still within DRS. So yeah, not bad. This is a bit of a fresh restart for him. So hopefully he can get this restart nailed on. And,
could have been worse if he never got a safety car. But it is
very true. Very true. It could have been horrible for him, but luckily that's not the case. But now City Var is going to lead us away off this restart. Trimpies is on the back
and
of him.
He was gone. He caught him off guard. Trimpies didn't see it coming. He's a little bit... Yeah, there's no chance of getting him to turn 1 here. But Trimpies will try it. He's dumping his ERS. He's going to be way far off. Further back, though.
Is he trying to round the outside of Punju into turn 1?
Yep, and he almost had it, but Punju had the overspeed. As he could try on the inside of turn 2. On the inside of turn 3, he'll have it, but he backs out of it. Cautiously waits for his moment. It wasn't there to be. He gets a little snap oversteer. And that's giving Anthony Jenkins all the impetus he needs to try on the inside. Oh, very narrow section to there. He backs out. Mod thinking about getting past his teammate? No, he's going to wait a little bit.
Smart. That's very, very smart from Haas. They know not to fight each other. They're both in decent positions. They're just gonna play the long game. Yeah, Gibbsy, he tried it. Fair play. He tried to go around the outside. He was alongside, but unfortunately, just that inside line through 2 was just too powerful for Gibbsy. He just had to back out and yeah, just settle for P5 at the moment. But he's definitely looking rather punchy.
He is. This battle for 4th is gonna be scintillating. 4th to 8th has got a great looking storyline here with these drivers involved.
Oh, Tolby!
Tolby!
He's been spun round!
By who? But from who? Who spun him out? Sako spun him out. Oh no.
What I saw is JBTC and Tolby having a bit of a coming together through turn 11, which caused Tolby to cut across the gravel, and as he rejoined the track, Sako was right there, hit the back of him, and Tolby just went round.
Ah, so may have been a wrong place, wrong time kind of scenario, maybe. Who knows?
Like it, that's for sure. Actually, I think there's front wing damage for somebody further on back. Yeah, there is. RK has some damage on that Williams on the right-hand side of that front wing, so he fall way down the order. He's not having a good time here. Obviously, he is reserving, so don't expect much from him, to be fair, but yeah, that's not what he would have wanted.
Yep, he's going to need some more luck to go his way. Him and Tolby have not had a good restart here, for sure.
Definitely not. Looking further on, Calm has actually been dropped further up ahead. If you look, he's outside of that 1 second, so Calm does not have the pace.
This battle for 4th has now suddenly turned into a battle for 3rd, with him being outside of that DRS zone.
Those front 2 are just gone. They've got so much more pace than everybody.
DRS is now active, so starting on this lap, they'll have access to it. As Mod has swapped with Anthony Jenkins, it looked kind of like Anthony Jenkins did let him through there. Might have been a smart play. I mean, because Mod was pushing Twan quite a bit through those corners earlier on, so this could be a good move. And he's already look at this, he's already gained a half second to him. So
You're looking to be within DRS of Gibbsy, so that's actually going to be very crucial for him as well. He can drag his teammate to the guys up front.
Yep, granted, as long as Anthony Jenkins can keep it consistent enough to stay behind his DRS zone of Mod, so it's going to be a very important factor here, as Shrimpies has closed up a lot to City of R. And going into turn 1, we could see a move for the lead, for sure. Or will it be now? No, too late.
This is way too far back to even think about it. If he just gets a decent exit here through turn 13, he's definitely going to have that run, because once he exits,
it's all about this final quarter, but City of R nailed it. Shrimpies didn't have as good of a turn-in response that City of R did, and I don't think it'll be close enough. It's gonna be close, but I don't think he'll have it.
Funju's gotten ahead of Calm, and now Gibbsy's looking for a move on Calm on the inside
Calm
into turn 1.
Has been double overtaken into turn 1. They're still banging wheels through the corner. Calm wants it, but Gibbsy wants it more, and he's up into 4th place. So
and
Calm.
Gibbsy seizing opportunity there. Calm just seems to have no pace in that Ferrari. Maybe running a time trial setup rather than a race setup, and it's costing him dearly.
Yep. JBTC has left the session. Might have been disconnected.
Quite possibly. Now the question is now, at this stage, Can Punju potentially catch up to his teammate and into this battle for the lead? He is gaining. Oh, he has a bit of pace in hand to try and catch them. How do McLaren play this if Punju does catch up? It's gonna be interesting.
Well, they're in a good spot here. Like, they have to know that they have 2 and 3 in their back pocket here. No need to do anything rash. For sure.
Did Punju get DRS there? He did not. Not this lap.
Yep, Shrimpy's got it, but City of R is just nailing that final corner so much. Just gapping Shrimpy's out of it so well, to the point where the DRS doesn't even play a factor. JBTC needs an invite, he lagged out. Nah, I think I might have him added. I probably do, to be honest. I probably have JBTC added. Hold on a minute, JB.
You know, look at Gibbsy. Gibbsy is looking feisty. He is all over the back of Punju at this stage, and that slipstream is helping him so much. He is definitely going to look for a move for the podium. There is no doubt about it. The question is where can he do it? Punju is blinking, so he is low on
and
that
Shrimpy's is right there on City of R. He wants it. Oh, City of R gets a little bit of the grass. And that causes Shrimpy's to check up ever so slightly. And the DRS.
Close.
Flap is down. Will he be close enough to try it into this turn? I don't think he will be. Nope. We'll have to try it again out of the final corner. Shrimpy's has to just prioritize the exit. He's trying to do too much on the entries, and that's what's costing him here.
Here we go, through turn 13 again.
Understeer again compared to City of R. City of R is having blinder of exits. However, Shrimpy's is closer this time. Might have a chance. No. I think it's going to be close. Into turn 1. City of R holds the inside. Oh, Shrimpy's overshoots it like crazy. It's all sorts of gravel on the exit. That's going to kill his pace. Meanwhile, Gipsy has gotten past Punju. I missed it. Damn it.
He did, and that was just a simple move. He had the straight line speed, got ahead, but yeah, Shrimpy's getting on the grass a little bit on the entry. I would say curb. There is no curb in the entry of turn 1, and yeah, just shot him wide. If he's able to nail this, though, he's going to stay within that 1 second. But now, Gipsy could be within that 1 second of Shrimpy's,
yeah,
which is going to be even more crucial.
Gipsy looks damn rapid, I'm going to be honest. He looks really good and dialed in today.
He really does. Does Shrimpy's have DRS? Yes, he does. He's gotten DRS. And Gipsy, he's got DRS as well, so this pack is going to start to close up again.
As if it isn't bunched up enough.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at
Look at Mod just pushing Calm through this corner. Calm looks really, really terrible. Not terrible, it's a strong word. It doesn't look as strong as the others at the end of Sector 2 and Sector 3.
Suffering of understeer.
Yep. Mod, not close enough to try anything on Calm. Because Calm also has DRS. It's a big old DRS train.
The DRS train from 1st down to 9th, and then AK is leading another, one DRS train between himself and Drunken Shamrock.
Yep, it's the DRS train of those who have pitted and those that have not in the top 9.
Exactly. Those top 9, well, they are comfortably all within DRS. Not so much Shrimpy's, though. They is starting to gain back. This is kind of what we have to expect from Netherlands, being how difficult it is to overtake around here. You kind of have to stick within this DRS train. It's your best chance to manage. That's probably what Twan is thinking. And he's sticking behind. He's managing his pace.
And look at Twan has an outstanding ERS advantage over the entire top 9. If you're looking at this, he's got except for Scruffy, actually. Scruffy's got even more, 80%. I didn't even see Scruffy.
He's been pretty smart about this.
Yeah, Twan and Scruffy are playing the long game, but Scruffy is absolutely nailing the long game. That's going to pay him huge dividends later in this race, and he's even using some of it right now, but not too much, just out of the corner.
That's pretty smart. And he's using every single last bit of his. He's got nothing left in the tank.
Punch has got nothing left. Punch is waiting for a safety car. But
I tell you what, Punju's potentially looking for a move. Yellow flag for the back. Tolby has spun round at turn 12.
Echo Alex gets 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no. He was I think he was the first out of that group.
He's missing a problem.
In the second field to pit again, but he's going for hards to the end of the race. No, he's not. He's going mediums again. You can't get to the end of the race on those. Maybe you could. I don't know.
May not have an extra set of hearts. Let's see. Actually, no, he hasn't even touched the hearts. So yeah, no, never mind that. He's taking mediums to the end. Risky.
Shrimpy's still close to City of R. It is just the cat and mouse game with it, really. Just trying to get as close as you can without making that silly mistake. And JB is out. He's retired.
On track.
What happened there?
Couldn't take control of his car. Sure. That's him out of the race. It's his second retirement. No safety car for the looks of it. So
as Punju has gotten past Gipsy again down the main straight. So lots of I don't know how I say this, fighting within this big field. For sure, Shrimpies is still right there on City of R. Painfully close, but not close enough. And he has more ERS than City of R. I don't think he knows it, though.
Maybe he's playing it a little bit safer because he knows he has an ERS advantage. So then that way, at one point when Shrimpies has a decent amount of ERS, he could just dump everything he's got and get ahead.
Yeah, then we will have an explanation from JB's team principal saying that JB was bugged and didn't retire on track. I tend to believe it because JB is not the kind of guy to do something like that. He doesn't really. He knows the rules. He reads the rules. He's a steward. For crying out loud.
Maybe it was just a bit of a delay between the
It glitched his car and retired it for him, apparently.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That makes
sense. The game said you've had enough. We're done.
You're done. You're over. And not a good race for him. Shrimpies is not quite
first one in. Shrimpies pitting. He's pulled the trigger, and now will we see a response from the guys behind them? Both Hasses have stayed out. Everyone else in that top 9 has also stayed out. So Shrimpies is the first one from the top 9 to go onto a set of hard tires to the end.
This is a bit of a blinder. However, he may be in traffic because Taco and Kiss My Axe are pulling up ahead of him. Taylor's not going to be ahead of him, though. He's actually just pitted.
Yeah, this is going to be
ahead of Calm.
It's going to be a critical outlet. Calm. Oh, and that's bad timing. He's going to have traffic of Calm ahead of him now. But Calm has undercut him even earlier than he did. So good job by Calm. His undercut has worked. And now will we see Calm perhaps surpass City of R?
Well, surely. Look at the gap between himself and Shrimpies. He's pulled a 1.4 second gap, and Shrimpies was around 7/10.
Yep, and we're going to monitor it. I'm sure we're going to see just about this entire front half pit now, for sure.
Yeah, surely.
They have to respond to that. They'd be putting yourself in a really big pickle. And not the good kind of pickle, I'll tell you.
Also kind of screwed on this one because they both want to pit if they want to respond. But
City of R stays out. Everybody else is in besides... Oh, the Hasses didn't pit. Both the Hasses didn't pit. They just dummied each other. Punju gets 5 seconds for speeding. He got a speeding ticket. Oh, the cops saw him. They didn't like it. They did not like it.
Busted him. Look, as you can see, Calm and Sako like Taco going at it. Calm got the move done on Sako, but Sako's fighting it back.
Wants it back.
Into one.
And this is hurting Calm's undercut. Really, it is.
Here goes Punju.
Calm has gotten past
ahead
Punju.
Of his teammate.
And he is ahead of his teammate. So McLaren's have had a bit of a mare here because now they're stuck between all this traffic. And Calm, ooh, a little bit oversteer. But he has gotten past Sako on the 10-lap worst tires. Sako really wants to fight this. He's right there. Trying his dadgum best. But he doesn't have enough grip at all.
He just can't do anything about it. He might be overtaken by Punju here. No, Punju's just going to back out. And he actually left Shrimpies ahead. So McLaren have swapped.
Oh my god. A little early to play team orders, guys. I guess because he has the 5-second penalty they did that.
I'm not so sure, but that is an interesting call. But now Shrimpies is on the back of Sako, and he's going to try and get ahead.
He's going to go for it. He had to take evasive maneuvers because he almost smacked the back of him. And that's going to allow the Alpine teammate of Gipsy to try it on Punju into the final corner here.
But not around the outside.
They're going too wide through the final corner around the outside. This is tantalizingly close. And he did not get the move done, but he has ERS and DRS. But he will have to hold off. Shrimpies will get Sako. Will Punju also get him? No. Too far back.
Look at this. This is what it's done.
And Mod has pit. Mod has pit.
Ahead of Shrimpies.
And he's ahead of Shrimpies critically for him and critically for Calm. Calm is gone. Look at this. 2 seconds ahead of these guys. Not even close.
McLaren have been absolutely on.
Yeah,
By this.
McLaren had a big issue with the pit stops. They did not do a good job of it. And Taco has zero grip. He's trying to hold everybody off. He just can't. And he's off. He's off.
Yeah, there he goes.
They hit the pits.
There we go. Scruffy and Gibbsy going at it, and they nearly make contact. They actually do make a little bit of contact, but Scruffy is able to just stay ahead of Gibbsy. Managed to file in between Punju and Gibbsy, so this is technically the battle for net P3, the looks of it. Yeah, Scruffy's gotten himself very much in the mix, especially since Punju does have that 5-second. Smooth and Twan are now into
This race has gotten a lot spicier. I know this mod has a penalty. Is that penalty for speeding? It is for speeding. He also got a ticket. No.
Now here's the big thing now though, as Kiss My Ass gets overtaken, but where does Twan?
Shrimpy's gonna do a double overtake on Mod. Oh, that was scary. A little bit of contact into turn 1. Shrimpy's tried an ambitious double overtake, and Shrimpy's is ahead of Anthony Jenkins. But Twan comes out critically just ahead of Punju. His tires are very cold, though. So Punju will probably get the overtake done at turn 3, and he has it done. It was the cold tires versus warm tires. That's the story was there. And Gibbsy is down and in the dumps right now.
Yeah, Gibbsy has been... he's just held up right now because he's obviously all this fighting going on with this traffic. It's hurting him ever so much more. And now, they all have to try and get past Kiss My Ass now, as he is on old tires. He's holding up this pack as well as, Twan has a huge slide, manages to save it, but he's going to lose out to Gibbsy and maybe to Scruffy.
And G-Smooth lost out. G-Smooth has passed Scruffy as well, so Scruffy was the big loser in that entire encounter. Down to 12. Oh my.
Slower traffic is causing chaos.
Yeah, Kiss My Axe is right there as well with 15 lap-old mediums. He's got to pit soon. Same with Drunken Shamrock, who has managed to finesse his way up into 3rd on track. I don't know how the hell that's happened. He's done a good job of it. City of R has yet to pit, I will say. He's going medium to soft. And honestly, with all the fighting of the guys behind him that just happened, he's in a good spot here.
At the same time, though, you got to think Calm. He already pitted. He's the net race leader. He is comfortably ahead of these guys. And City of R could be in a bit of traffic later on. So I'm not sure this is the right call, but you never know. Maybe it could work. If there's a safety car at any point, City of R is looking on the money.
Absolutely. And Mod and Shrimpy's still fighting each other. Mod with the 2-lap fresher tires.
Having fresher tires could be a crucial point in this race. Now, Shrimpy's is just able to stay ahead of Mod, but Mod has been looking pretty pacey.
And Gibbsy on the inside of Kiss My Axe into Sector 3 has gotten it done. And Twan has to dispatch him as well, and Twan will get it done into the final corner. Kiss My Axe will try and hold it, but it is futile. His tires have nothing left on him.
16 laps on the set of mediums. There's nothing he can do about that whatsoever. As he nearly hits G-Smooth there.
You know what? I think Kiss My Axe was gonna. I think Kiss My Axe was gonna go pit, but G-Smooth was on his right, so he couldn't. He was kind of boxed out there. There was a little move to the right that, like, as if he was gonna go pit, but he couldn't.
Gruffy pitted.
Yep, and at long last, let's see where he comes out. He's in 13th. I think he might have had damage, huh?
Hey, he did get damage. Because he already pitted before, and he was fighting within that top 9 pack before everyone else did. Something happened there. He didn't change his front wing, though. The game forgot to change his front wing.
And Shrimpy is slowly catching up to Calm. So Calm, he pulled out that great tire strategy, but the 1-lap pace is holding him back. But however, he will have a bit of DRS off of Shamrock ahead, who is on very old tires. Could help him slingshot himself further up.
Shamrock is...
As City of R gets 3 seconds. On the way into the pits, he got a penalty on his way into the pits, but it wasn't for speeding?
I think that could get removed. You just simply go into the pit.
He's got to get his entire race director, though, as proof.
Soft
tires for City of R. So I think he will be slightly behind Shrimpy's and Mod fighting ahead of him. But he will have the softer tires.
Tom has now taken 2nd place. He's ahead of Shamrock, so he's got a bit of a buffer between.
Well, he got past Punju, though. Punju thought about it on the inside, going to turn 3. Not quite.
Huge.
So that was a big. It's big for him that he stayed ahead of Punju. It's one less car to worry about, and he has clean air ahead of him with the much better tire compound for these next few laps for sure.
Punju's trying to fight it though. He's looking for a move and he just can't do anything of it. And
Yeah,
now,
but once City of R's tires light up, and they should be very soon with the soft tires, he will be gone. And look at this, already gapping out Punju. Punju having issues into the wall. Look out! Almost into the wall. He had way off into the big bumps on the sides. Are not healthy for the car, and that allows Gipsy to get in between them. And Gipsy's gonna get an easy pass, honestly, because Punju's got no DRS for the guy in front and into turn 1.
Punju, remember your old friend Gipsy? Yeah, he's back, and he's back for vengeance.
Yep, Volume 2 is coming out here.
Volume 2. Now this is going to be an interesting point, though. When does Shrimpies manage to catch up to Calm? Because he has been catching. He's being held up, though, by Shamrock. Shamrock did have DRS on the back of Calm, which is helping
into
him.
turn 1 has gotten the move done on Punju. Will he hold it? Will Twan get Punju, too? No, not quite. Twan thought about it. He was also fighting off G-Smooth on the inside as well. So now this big train has been separated into 2 separate 3 or 4 car fights. We have the main one up here with Shrimpy's, Drunken Shamrock, and Mod. Then we have further behind with Gipsy, Punju, and Anthony Jenkins.
Mod is really looking for a move, you think. He's looking, trying to get past that McLaren.
Yep, it takes. This track is a huge hit on your psychological mind. You got to really be patient with this track.
Oh, it's Shrimpies might be able to get it done.
Yeah, and will Mod get past Shamrock too, or will Shamrock hold the outside lane into here, into the sector here? Looks like Mod gets it done. So Drunken Shamrock has given it up, and that was a crucial overtake from Mod because it keeps him in the DRS range of Shrimpies, who does not have DRS ahead.
Hang on a minute. Look who's already on the back of these guys.
Yep, City of R is flying. He's about to get past Shamrock too. And he will, easily, before the turn's even done to turn 1.
City of R
this is going to get spicy.
Like
this is going to get really spicy. City of R wants this win. He really does.
Could very well get it, to be honest. Because Calm is not that far up ahead. Okay, yeah, AK is leading this race, but he's got 20 laps on those hards. So he's not making it to the end. He's going to have such a pace disadvantage.
If you're City of R, you got to be surgical with it. You can't just make any haphazard overtakes right now. You have to be smart about it because you have an amazing tire situation you're looking at here. You just got to take your time. It'll come to you, City of R. It'll come to you.
Just needs to wait for a potential mistake or just a moment where he has superior grip. Get the move done. Mod sliding a little bit, not quite having that grip.
City of R thinking about on the inside.
Is
late braking, and he just does it. Mod left him enough space, and he also left him enough space in return. So well done to both of those guys. That's good racing. You'll love to see it.
Now City of R on the back of Shrimpies. This is going to be another easy move on the set of Sauce. Yep. It's got the DRS slipstream. This is no contest.
And he sets fastest lap to boot. This is impressive driving from City of R right now. He's making the strategy pay off really quickly. I did not think he'd get past these guys that quick.
I think it's absolutely crucial for him as that is Twan.
Twan, he spun out. Oh, he almost beached himself, but he has gotten it back on track. Does he have broken wing pieces? I think his wing's intact, actually, so just his little spinner. Okay. So he is still in the points, albeit 1.
City of R doing this strategy in reality has been the biggest blinder of this entire race because he has so much more pace than guys around him.
He's pulled a fast one.
On top of that, you needed to do something in order to win this race because he, effectively, if he gets past the 2 in front of him and pulls a gap, could very well win this race and take back the championship lead because Twan is down to P10. He's not going to score enough points to take the championship lead. So City of R is looking like the best man to take it ahead of Gwenfro.
Yep. The City of R is looking really damn fast. Look at him. He's already on the back of Calm. With DRS, it's not even a factor. They both have DRS, and this is just pure tire grip. And he might try in the turn 1. AK's there, guys. Be careful. Toby is out. Safety car. Safety car. No.
City of R ahead. Yes.
City of R is ahead, but this has diminished his advantage big time because now everyone's going to be able to get those fresh tires. And AK is loving this for sure. Up ahead on the old hard tires.
Is he? Because he's got 5 seconds. He has to serve 5 seconds of the pit stops, and those guys are right behind him.
Even more reason to like it. I mean, what else is he going to do? He was going to get nothing else.
Very true, but he is going to lose quite a few positions under this, but this has saved his race. He could come out.
Yep.
I mean, when everybody pits, he's gonna be like P6, P7, something like that. So yeah, this has saved AK. This is also saved
everybody in
Calm
the back
and
as well.
Shrimpies. Calm and Shrimpies are now looking good because of City of Ours 3-second. There are a lot of people who have benefited from this. Mod as well, he can get rid of his 5-second.
Yep.
And Punju.
Punju too, yep. It's basically now turned into a 9-lap free-for-all. 9-lap Royal Rumble Battle Royale.
It's definitely go well, don't they?
It's better than the free lapper. There's a little bit more patience, I hope.
It's not tier 1.
It's not tier 1, exactly.
The ones know. You know, they know what's up. Here we go, everybody's pulling into the pits.
Yep, and we'll see if anyone's able to nail the stop better than the others. I doubt we'll see any overtakes in the pit lane here. It's kind of silly.
As McLaren are gonna double stack, they have to.
I assume it's going to be a big brigade of soft tires, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mod serving his penalty, the most painful 5 seconds he's going to have for a while.
AK's gone onto a set of fresh mediums.
He's got it.
Give an interesting call. Maybe he's thinking that the softs are just gonna die off too quick. Oh, AK is in 4th.
Yeah.
So he's gained better than I expected. He's up 2 positions higher than that.
It was big. It was a big boost to him. I cannot understate that enough. He was going to get maybe 5 points tops, but now he can get big points.
Now he's looking nearly double, maybe even over double. This is absolutely saved AK, and I don't really disagree being on those mediums, considering how the softs will pan out. As long as AK just stays within 1 second of guys in front, once those softs start dying out, the mediums will look like the better tire.
I'd like to imagine.
I don't disagree with this.
Yeah, the only argument you could really say is if you really didn't have soft tires, which I don't think you would. Like, there's no conscious reason to pick mediums other than the fact that your softs are shredded, which you might very well have shredded softs.
Confirmation from Giants fan, there was no fresh softs for AK, so fresh mediums were the play, and that is exactly what's going on. And yeah, that's just I don't blame the strategy. I completely understand that logic. Old softs, they're just gonna die off within a lap. Mediums, they can easily go the entire distance.
Yep, and I do find the grip to be more consistent on the mediums too. The softs are a little bit more of a guessing game as to how much you're gonna have, albeit they do have more. You just gotta be able to unlock the softs.
Exactly. So this is not a bad strategy from him at all. Twan has also done a very similar thing. He's only got 1 lap more on those mediums, but they're still pretty fresh. So those 2 medium runners could potentially be the ones to watch out for.
Yeah, especially later in the stint, for sure.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have about 7 laps of racing, so we'll get a good sample size here.
Quite potentially, it just depends on how quickly.
And if you're calm, you have to be sick to your stomach if you can't get this 3-second penalty removed. Because he was in such a great spot as well.
I think to be safe, calm, whether that 3-second can be removed or not, if I were calm, I'd just get ahead of City Bar, straight off the bat. In case if that 3-second does get removed, and he'll be ahead.
Yeah, easier said than done. City of R has looked like a madman today.
Very true, but you never know. Maybe he doesn't quite have the pace on the softs in relation to everybody else. Remember, Shrimpies, although he missed out on pole, he's always good on these short stints.
He's good 1-lap pace. We know that for a fact. We've seen it enough times in qualifying. We see it enough times in late race scenarios.
So, that Shrimpies is going to be the one kind of punching a hole, trying to make his way back up, try and take this win. Has not really looked like the fastest guy of the front 3. In fact, actually, he's been one of the slowest guys of the top 6 in reality. He's not looked good, but he's been able to manage his pace. Safety car is in.
Yes, it is. We'll see how City of R plays this.
Very slow. This is looking like your average street right now.
He's like a turtle right now. He is waiting. He is waiting. When's he gonna pull the trigger? Calm is eager behind him. He wants to start this race, and he's gone. And he's gone.
Not
City
quite
of
on the
Art.
jump, though.
Try and do a little bit of a weave. It's a little fine as long as you do 1 or 2. Nothing crazy. That's fine.
He's alright, but
Oh,
yeah,
AK almost missed his breaking point. He almost smacked Shrimpies. That could have been bad. Oh my gosh. Further movement on back. Taylor is trying to get past Twan.
oh,
into
and
Tarzan.
Taylor's been tapped by Sako.
Oh no. Shoot.
Oh, Taylor not having a good race at all. As we look over further up ahead, Calm has not been dropped at all. He's still on the back of City of Ours, so he could very well challenge this.
It's identical pace on identical pace. The tire advantages are not a thing anymore, except for AK. It's all about who's got it in their locker. Who can pull it out.
On. Okay, he's still hanging on to this. He's only half a second back. That's not bad. Managing to stay within that gap, which is crucial for him. Everybody's staying within this gap. In fact, actually, the only person outside of a second is Taylor.
And if you're Gipsy, how aggressive are you going to play this if you're Gipsy? You want to get past AK quickly, but you got to be methodical about how you go about it.
It's going to be difficult for him.
And Gipsy's thinking about it on the outside of turn 1, maybe. Does he go for it? He does go for it. Brakes late, but I don't think he's got enough traction to get it done. Not quite.
Close. Close, but no cigar.
On the outside of turn 3, maybe. Nope, he catches marbles, so I'll hold up quite a bit.
He's gotten a decent run, though, out of 3. He's on the back of AK, can't quite get it done.
Into
He's
shy,
a little bit longer.
into the shy black corner. Will he try it? No.
Almost looking close to make a move on City of R. He's getting that slipstream effect, and he's using it to good use. These guys are basically level on battery for the front 3. They're basically level. There's only like 1 or 2% separating these guys. So this is just who's gonna jump the gun? Who's gonna get ahead?
Punju wants to get past Mod into Sector 3. Will he try it? He breaks late. But Mod's got the traction on the cleaner line.
Punju, not. Well, he's almost got no battery already.
Punju dumps everything to the back.
Order.
Shrimpy's around Calm on the inside of the banked corner, the NASCAR corner, and he's gotten it done. And he's got fastest lap right now, although Punju immediately takes it away.
Shrimpy's has it on the inside. Calm still trying to fight it around the outside.
For second place, and he has got it done.
That is huge. Shrimpy's could very well make the move on City of Art. The front 2 were level on pace in the early stages. So this is going to be an all-out fight between these front 2. Look how much Shrimpy's has already gained to do that slipstream.
Yeah, but look at the ERS difference. City of R has saved a lot more.
It's very true. At the same time, though, you remember Shrimpy's was saving ERS when City of R was using his when these 2 were together. So he's gonna push City of R to use his ERS. And by the way, when he's low on ERS, Shrimpy's will be able to make the move.
Yep.
Unless he thinks one
Definitely
now.
going to be a fascinating end to this race.
Surely not.
Punju on the inside again of Sector 3. Is he trying it? Nope. Tucks him behind Mod.
I can't quite get that move done. City of R, this entire front pack, we're looking at first down to 7th. City of R has the best ERS out of all these guys. He's looking pretty comfortable. However, he does have Shrimpy's gaining.
Shrimpy's the DRS is too strong. The
slipstream
slipstream in the DRS is too strong. Shrimpy's has gotten it. And was he going to hold it? Oh, City of R! Oh, he saved it from the wall. Calm, 3 seconds. He went too wide. Oh, that was close. That was close to a disaster for like 4 cars.
It could have been a horrible collision, but luckily, I'll come out unscathed. Now, Shrimpy's, all he has to do is just maintain his position.
Yep. Yes, he does.
I tell you what, AK, he's not dropped off at all. His mediums are looking amazing right now.
They're doing good, and they're only going to get better. They're only going to get better these last few laps.
AK is looking like a net P2.
Yeah.
Net P2.
Now
Gipsy is looking for net P3.
Now, I don't have time for interviews today after this race, but if I did, I would love to hear this conversation of what happened with AK and what he was thinking this whole stint, but damn. Holy crap.
Making it work a treat.
It's almost as if there is no tire difference. It's like the mediums are doing better. Almost.
The mediums are softs, but just better. Told you guys to watch out for Shrimpy, says Mercury, and well, you're not wrong.
No, we know Mercury. We watch out. We watch out for him. And this is the first time he's actually made the big dividends work for him in the race with all his good qualifying results. He's able to actually convert into something really good and tangible after today's race.
I think it's like one of the first times this season where he's actually had some good luck and actually had luck come his way in order to make this work. Because there's a yellow flag further back and Scruffy.
Yep,
Scruffy's off the
Scruffy.
three.
Spunner. He's down.
Oh,
and
don't reach into the curb.
and that has brought Twan back into the points-paying positions, rounding out the final point.
And at this stage,
Spin in Sector 2, is that G-Smooth? It is G-Smooth. He's gone off. Oh, there's an Alpine, careful!
Ghosting helped him
Oh,
there.
the ghosting saved him, but it scared the poop out of Sako.
Tires
And
on
G-Smooth
track,
has
though.
retired on track.
That's no good.
You should have known better to do that. I am a steward, my friend. I saw that.
Yeah, naughty.
Naughty, naughty, naughty. Not good.
I got the move done. No, Mod's actually fighting it back, but Punju's gonna have the DRS down the straight. It's almost gonna be no contest. Not fully ahead. Now he is. Punju's up into 6th now.
Yep. And that is a misery compiler for Haas, who has had some bad luck later in this race. 7th and 9th, not horrible though.
Still grabs some decent points. Kiss My Axe and Soccer Like Taco going at it further back for the final points paying position. And Kiss My Axe on 10 lap old softs, should I mention. It's up into 10th.
This is going to be interesting. Scruffy is out. Retired in the pits. Called it a day. CG Smooth, that's the way you retire.
Yeah. Now, at this stage, because the City of R now being in 2nd place, and with Twan being down in 9th,
AK, on comms. The mediums have come to life. He could get this 3rd on track.
Very well could. He even gets 2nd. He's tantalizingly close within that 3 second. Gonna be tight. He's gonna have that DRS. He's gonna get ahead of Com. Surely he does. He's gonna go for around the outside at the exit.
He's got it
yeah,
done
there we
easily.
go.
And will Gipsy get calm too? Gipsy's right there on the back. On the inside of turn 1 into Tarzan. He tries it. Lots of curve. He's basically a skateboard through there.
Yeah, that curve didn't help him at all.
He does not get it.
Out of all this, though, Twan, unless he gets ahead of Mod and Punju.
If I'm Mod, I'm letting Twan through if I'm Mod here.
Yeah, or he messes the Punju to the point where Twan gets ahead. We'll see.
You do have to be careful though, because Drunken Shamrock is right behind Twan, so you gotta execute it properly if you're gonna try something like that.
Gwenfro's still gonna hold on to the championship lead after all this. Still gonna hold on.
He is, because City of R, he needed a win, right?
Out of all that, Gwenfro.
We're coming around the final corner here. It looks like Shrimpies will finally win a race here in Tier 3. Rounds the final corner. After 36 laps of chaos and destruction, he has managed to rise above the top, like a salmon, into 1st place. And the Papaya wins again. McLaren won. City of R comes home in 2nd. AK takes it off of him provisionally. Remember, City of R might get that removed post-race. Gipsy in 4th, Punju 5th. Mod did not trade with Anthony Jenkins. Remember, they couldn't coordinate that properly. So Twan will finish behind Mod.
I think I just had a quick look at the race director, and yeah, City of R's penalty. It looks almost guaranteed. He got that penalty within 1 lap. He had no warnings beforehand, so that could very well get removed. So City of R will be promoted up to 2nd.
If that gets and
3rd.
That has made things really spicy because Twan got really close to passing Gwenfro. He's like right there too, and City of R is a few points behind him. So it's gonna be a really good spicy finish to the end of this Tier 3 season, guys. We've got 2 races to go, and these guys are within 10 points, if I'm not mistaken, of each other. All of them. These top 3. So gonna be fun. Gonna be a fun.
The top 2 with 2 points. It's 2 points within the top 2.
2 points in the top 2, and then City of R got 2nd, so he'll be around that 10-point mark as well. So
I think he'll be around about 7 points behind. Actually,
even closer.
Even closer. If I do the math real quick, he got 18 points. He's going to be 4 points behind.
Yep, and you see I don't have time for interviews, so we'll do a quick little rundown. I'll get the grid order, and then we'll go out of here. Shrimpies, AK, City of R, Gibbs, Punju, Mod, Anthony Jenkins in 7th, Drunken Shamrock 8th, Common 9th, Kiss My Axe, Will round out the final points position. Soccer Like Taco just barely misses out in 11th, MRK 12th, Taylor 13th, Echo 14th, Scruffy 15th, G Smooth 16th, retired on track, Toby 17th, JBTC 18th, retired on track, not by his own accord though. Knight 19th will round out the final order, and he was the unluckiest man today, out early in the race. And with that being said, it is time for us to get out of the stream here and call it a day for Tier 3 for sure. Any parting words for the stream? I'm gonna go before we get out of here.
I don't really have much, to be honest. Just we had a good race, and although we missed the past couple of weeks, it's good to be back.
We got Monza next week. It's gonna be a crazy shootout with these top three guys, with City of Art, Twan, and Gwenfro, who still holds the lead surprisingly. So yeah, we'll see you guys around. Have a good time. For Tier 2, I can't, Mercury. I gotta go home. I'm sorry. I got things to do. I would do interviews, but I don't have time. I promise. I'm sorry, guys.
Unfortunately, we can't do interviews.
But yeah, sorry, guys. But I have to go. I'll see you guys around. Enjoy Tier 2. I don't know who's commentating that, to be honest. I think it might be Andy still. But yeah, we'll see you guys around. Thanks for everybody in chat. Like the stream, subscribe if you have not. It really helps us out. See you guys around. Peace.